Sure. Hare Krishna. Oh, now this works. Sorry, I'm starting a little bit late. I was discussing. Can we have the Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, the song? We'll start by singing that song. You all know that song? How many of you know? Very nice song. That was it. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Koro More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Koro More Toma bina ke dayalu Jagat Sangsare Patita Pavana Hetu Tavaya Avatara Hetu Tavaya Avatara Kripa Balo Kano Koro Ami boro dukhi Doya koro Sitapati Advaita Goshai Taba kripa bole pae Chaitanya nitai Aha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunath Bhatta Juga Shri Jiva Ha Prabhu Lokanath Doya Koro Shri Acharya Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama Das Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Translation. So this is a song by Narottam Das Thakur. Do we have a translation that actually has Srila Prabhupada's purport also to it, or is that available? I remember we used to have that in the old songbook, like Srila Prabhupada gave an explanation of the song. Maybe not. All right, let's just read the translation. If you can find it, can you look without changing without moving that off the screen? Because we want to read it. My dear Lord Chaitanya, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your lordship within these three worlds? Your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned souls. Hare Krishna. Thank you. But I assure you that you will not find a greater fallen soul than me. Therefore, my claim is first. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you because I am most unhappy. If you kindly put your glance over me, then I may also become happy. My dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, naturally Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will also be kind to me. O Swarup Damodar, personal secretary of Lord Chaitanya. O six Goswamis, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Sri Jiva Goswami. O Lokanath Goswami, my beloved spiritual master, I pray for your mercy also. O Srinivas Acharya, successor to the six Goswamis, please be merciful to me. Narottama Das always desires the company of Ramachandra Chakravarti. Hare Krishna. So if we have a translation with a purport by Srila Prabhupada, oh, my wife has given me one. It's on kksongs.org. I'll just read it. I don't know if everybody has to read along. Thank you, Jagarini. This is a song composed by Narottam Das Thakur. He prays to the Lord, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your lordship within these three worlds? Actually, this is a fact. Not only Narottam Das Thakur, but Rupa Goswami also prayed to Lord Chaitanya in this way. At the time of the first meeting of Lord Chaitanya and Rupa Goswami at Prayag, Allahabad, Sri Rupa Goswami said, my dear Lord, you are the most munificent of all incarnations, because you are distributing love of Krishna, Krishna consciousness. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. When Krishna was present, personally present, he simply asked us to surrender, but he did not distribute himself so easily. He made conditions. First of all, you surrender. But this incarnation, Lord Chaitanya, although Krishna himself, makes no such condition. He simply distributes, take love of Krishna. You see our Mahaprabhu here, he's giving with two hands. Take love of Krishna. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya is approved as the most munificent incarnation. Narottama Das Thakur says, please be merciful to me. You are so magnanimous because you have seen the fallen souls of this age, and you are very much compassionate to them. But you should know also that I am the most fallen. No one is more greatly fallen than me. Patitana Pavana Hetu Tava Avatara. Your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned fallen souls, but I assure you that you will not find a greater fallen soul than me. Therefore, my claim is first. So this is the humility displayed by advanced Vaishnavas, that they actually, not only are they showing us by example how we should pray, because that's our actual condition, but they actually feel that humility in their heart, that they need the mercy of the Lord. It's not that when you become a successful devotee, then you can sort of kick back and relax and say, I've made it. It's part of the success of devotional service that you always feel yourself subordinate to and dependent upon the Lord's mercy. And that's very blissful, actually. It's very much, it's not, we shouldn't think, those Vaishnavas, they're always humble and self-deprecating. I want to be, more confident or something. It's not that they're not confident, it's that they're experiencing the bliss of their relationship with Krishna that way. Then he prays to Lord Nityananda. He says, Ha ha Prabhu, Nityananda, Premananda Shukhi. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Actually, Lord Nityananda had this personality where he was always very funny and always very happy. And he was playing tricks and jokes a lot. And he's especially merciful. Lord Nityananda was given the instruction by Lord Chaitanya to go in Bengal and preach. While Lord Chaitanya was staying in Puri, Lord Nityananda was sent to serve in separation by going to preach to the people of Bengal. And he was very successful, of course, as a preacher. And he went to every home and every door. He didn't just go to the upper class homes or something like that, but he went to everyone and he begged them like a beggar. He came, imagine coming to a person with not very much education, not very much social standing, and then a great personality like Lord Nityananda comes and begs you, please chant Hare Krishna. How does it make you feel? But that's how Lord Nityananda is approaching us all, that he wants us to take up this Krishna consciousness. And if he wants it, then we can be successful, regardless of, how difficult it may seem for us, based on our habits and our training and our whatever position we come from, that he's offering this Krishna consciousness to everybody. That's his mercy. And he's always happy. So in this song, Narottam Das is, now I lost my place. Here it is. Narottam Das is pointing that out, that I'm unhappy, I want to be happy, this Krishna consciousness. Actually, this Krishna consciousness movement is to make us happy. Lord, Srila Prabhupada said at some point when he was being asked questions probably by some journalist or something, I don't remember the exact situation, but he said, I'm making hippies into happies. Maybe you've all heard that before, but it was popular then for men to wear long hair and to reject the social conventions of their parents and try to find a new society of peace and love without money, without greed, without rules and regulations. But they weren't finding happiness. Srila Prabhupada described these hippies as very morose. They were taking drugs, and that was dangerous. It was causing some people to go crazy. Prabhupada experienced firsthand, because like Lord Nityananda, he went right to the Lower East Side, and then he went right to the Haight-Ashbury. The temple in Frederick Street was right next door to the Diggers, which was a commune of people who were... Anyway, you can read Shama Sundar's book about that, but if you read also Satsvarup Das Goswami's Prabhupada Lilamrita, you can see how he was dealing with young people that were taking LSD. It was actually being advertised that it's, go to the Hare Krishna temple, it's a good place to come down after your LSD trip. So people would, when they're taking LSD, they can't sleep at night, and they stay up all night, and then in the morning when they're starting to come down in their body because they haven't gotten sleep anyway, they're coming to the Hare Krishna temple and they're getting some shelter there, some comfort there from being able to be in the association of high spiritual vibration. But they were, driving themselves crazy. And Srila Prabhupada had to deal with that. Anyway, I'm sorry, I lost my place again. So, then he prays to Advaita Prabhu, Dayakoro Sitapati, Advaita Goshai. Advaita Prabhu's wife's name was Sita. Therefore, he is sometimes addressed as Sitapati. Thus, Narottam Das Thakur prays, "My dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be kind to me. If you are kind to me, naturally Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda will be kind to me." Actually, Advaita Prabhu invited Lord Chaitanya to come down. When Advaita Prabhu saw that the fallen souls were all engaged simply in sense gratificatory processes, not understanding Krishna consciousness, he felt very much compassion toward the fallen souls. And he also felt himself incapable of claiming them all. He therefore prayed to Lord Krishna, "Please come yourself. Without your personal presence, it is not possible to deliver these fallen souls." Thus, by his invitation, Lord Chaitanya appeared. Naturally, Narottam Das Thakur prays to Advaita Prabhu, "If you will be kind to me, naturally Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda also will be kind to me." So Lord Advaita was actually Vishnu Tattva incarnation. Sometimes he's described as Sadashiva, sometimes he's described as Mahavishnu. But in any case, he's an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And still, he didn't feel himself capable of actually distributing Krishna consciousness. He prayed for Lord Chaitanya. That's because Lord Chaitanya is very special personality, and that he's bringing this Krishna prema in a very special way and distributing it very freely in a very powerful way that only Lord Krishna himself, the original avatari, could accomplish, and not the incarnation. But we need the mercy of all of Lord Chaitanya's associates. And so in the song he's praying that if I get your mercy, Lord Advaita, then I can get the mercy of Chaitanya Nitai. Then he prays to the Goswamis. Haha Swarup, Sanatana, Rupa, Raghunath. Swarup refers to Swarup Damodar, the personal secretary of Lord Chaitanya. He was always with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and immediately arranged for whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted. Two personal attendants, Swarup Damodar and Govinda, were always constantly with Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, Narottam Das Thakur also prays to Swarup Damodar, and then to the 6 Goswamis, the next disciples of Lord Chaitanya, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Bhatta Raghunath Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. These 6 Goswamis were directly instructed by Lord Chaitanya to spread this movement of Krishna consciousness. Narottam Das Thakur also prays for their mercy. After the 6 Goswamis, the next Acharya was Srinivas Acharya. Actually, Narottam Das Thakur was in the disciplic succession after Srinivas Acharya and was almost his contemporary. And Narottam Das's personal friend was Ramachandra Chakravarti. Therefore he prays, "I always desire the company of Ramachandra." He desires a devotee's company. The whole process is that we should always pray for the mercy of the superior acharyas and keep company with pure devotees. Then it will be easier for us to advance in Krishna consciousness and receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Krishna. This is the sum and substance of this song, sung by Narottam Das Thakur. So we shouldn't think that a devotee, because he's an advanced devotee, or because he has disciples, then he's become some kind of peerless guru that can't have any friends because he's one of a kind or something like that. That's a misconception. Actually, an advanced devotee keeps company with devotees and has friends with the other advanced devotees. And we see that in our advanced devotees. So I think that's important thing that when I look at a senior devotee, I want to know who are their friends, who are they keeping company with, and who, and you can tell that when they have good friends with other advanced devotees, then it's a to me anyway, it's a way to discern. Oh, this must be a very advanced devotee that keeps company with other very advanced devotees and is is loved by them, and they hanker for that devotees association too. So, any comments before we get started into the regular class about this song or anything else anybody wants to talk about? Or any questions? We have microphones out there, and we like to have crosstalk. Nothing, huh? Come on, somebody, please. I'm begging for someone to raise their hand and say any realization you've had, anything you read this week or heard in any of the classes that have been going on. Maybe we're all just shy to speak in public. All right. So, does anyone want to chant Jaya Radha Madhava?
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Privraja Kacharyasto Tarasata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Gangamai Jamunamai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Bhakti Deva Ki Jai. ISKCON Silicon Valley Yatra Ki Jai. Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Bacharine Nirvisheshi Shunyavadi Paschacharishtarine. Let's have up on the board Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 5, verse, I believe it's 13. Naishkarmyam apyachuta bhava varjitam. No. 12. Naishkarmyam api achyuta bhava varjitam. Naishkarmyam apyachuta bhava varjitam. Na shobhate jnanam alam niranjanam. Na shobhate jnanam alang niranjanam. Kutaha punaha shashvat abhadram ishvare. Kutak punak shashvat abhadram ishvare. Na cha arpitam karma yat api akaranam. Na charpitam karma yat api akaranam. Naishkarmyam apyachuta bhava varjitam. Na shobhate jnanam alang niranjanam. Kutak punak shashvada padram ishvare. Na charpitam karma yadapyakaranam. Naishkarmyam apyachuta bhava varjitam. Na shobhate jnanam alang niranjanam. Kutak punak shashvada bhadram ishvare. Na charpitam karma yadapyakaranam. Someone else? That one's not working. Need another mic. green mic. Please, someone else get ready after her, too.
Naishkarmyamapyachyuta bhavavarjitam
Naishkarmyam apyachyuta bhavavarjitam
na shobhate jnanamalam niranjanam
Nashobhate jnanamalang niranjanam
kuta punah shashvata bhadram ishvare
Kutak punah shashvata bhadram ishvare
na charpitam karma yadapya akarnanam
Nacharpitang karma yad apyakaranam. Mike, somebody hand him a mic.
Naishkarmyamapi achyuta bhava varjitam
Naishkarmyam apyachyuta bhava varjitam
Nashobhate jnanam alam niranjanam
Nashobhate jnanam alang niranjanam
Kuta punah sashvad abhadram ishvare
Kutak punak shashvada bhadram ishvare
Nacharpitam karma yadi api akaranam
नैष्कर्म्यमपि अच्युता भाववर्जितं
Naishkarmyam apyachyuta bhava varjitam
न शोभते ज्ञानम् अलम निरञ्जनम्
Nashobhate jnanam alang niranjanam
कुतः पुनः शाश्वतभद्रमीश्वरे
Kutahak punak shashvada bhadram ishvare
न च अर्पितं कर्म यद्यपि अकारणम्
Nacharpitang karma yad apyakaranam. Word meanings. Naishkarmyam. Self-realization, being freed from the reactions of fruitive work. Api, in spite of. Achyuta, the infallible Lord. Bhava, conception. Varjitam, devoid of. Na, does not. Shobhate, look well. Jnanam, transcendental knowledge. Alam, by and by. Niranjanam, free from designations. Kutaha, where is. Punaha, again. Shashvat, always. Abhadram, uncongenial. Ishvare, unto the Lord. Na, not. Cha, and. Arpitam, offered. Karma, fruitive work. Yadapi, what is. Akaranam, not fruitive. Translation. Knowledge of self-realization, even though free from all material affinity, does not look well if devoid of a conception of the infallible God. What then is the use of fruitive activities, which are naturally painful from the very beginning and transient by nature, if they are not utilized for the devotional service of the Lord? Please repeat. Knowledge of self-realization, even though free from all material affinity, does not look well if devoid of a conception of the infallible God. What then is the use of fruitive activities, which are naturally painful from the very beginning and transient by nature, if they are not utilized for the devotional service of the Lord? Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. As referred to above, not only ordinary literatures devoid of transcendental glorification of the Lord are condemned, but also Vedic literatures and speculation on the subject of impersonal Brahman when they are devoid of devotional service. When speculation on the impersonal Brahman is condemned on the above ground, then what to speak of ordinary fruitive work, which is not meant to fulfill the aim of devotional service. Such speculative knowledge and fruitive work cannot lead one to the goal of perfection. Fruitive work, in which almost all people in general are engaged, is always painful, either in the beginning or at the end. It can be fruitful only when made subservient to the devotional service of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, also, it is confirmed that the result of such fruitive work may be offered for the service of the Lord, otherwise it leads to material bondage. Who knows the quotation from the Bhagavad Gita? Yagyartha, someone said. Who is it? Raise your hand and say. Yeah, get the microphone. It's chapter 3, verse 9, I believe.
It's yajñarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachar.
Jai. And the translation is that work done as a sacrifice to Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work binds one to the material world. Therefore, work only for his satisfaction and it will free you from the there it goes. Perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and that way you will always remain free from bondage. The bona fide enjoyer of the fruitive work is the personality of Godhead. And thus, when the results of such work are engaged for the sense gratification of the living beings, those results become acute sources of trouble for such false enjoyers. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shlakaya Chakshurun Miditang Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitang Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitangscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karati Vachilam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam. So, this verse is a very important verse. Narada Muni is instructing his disciple, Vyasadeva, Veda Vyas, the incarnation of the Lord who's given us all Vedic knowledge, yet he has a spiritual master too. It's not that someone can say, oh, I don't need a spiritual master anymore. Even Lord Krishna went to Sandipani Muni, and Lord Chaitanya went to Ishwarapuri. And this is the system, and they show the example. So he went to his spiritual master Narada Muni, who instructed him that his work was not yet completed. After he had compiled all the Puranas, he had edited the Vedas and entrusted it to different sages, all the different Vedic wisdom. He'd composed the Upanishads in the 4 Vedas, and also the Vedanta Sutra, which, in a very terse way, in code forms, summarized all of the Upanishads, all the Vedanta knowledge. And yet, he hadn't completed his job. He hadn't done something that was important for him to do, and he was feeling that. And then his spiritual master appeared, and he showed an example of a disciple that you ask, even though he already sensed what his problem was, he asked to get it confirmed by his spiritual master, who confirmed that you haven't composed the Srimad Bhagavatam. You haven't told the pastimes of Krishna. You haven't told the glories of pure devotional service. And he actually chastised him. He said, oh, actually, the Vedas are important. Fruitive work is important. Without fruitive work, common people would just become whimsical. Because most people are not motivated by the desire to please God. So they have to be motivated by the promise of some reward or the threat of something that will happen if you don't behave right. And so the Vedic literature has explained this whole way that the universe works and karma works and society is supposed to work in such a way that people at least don't degrade themselves by their activities. And they have to perform fruitive activities which are, in general, involve sacrifices to the higher beings or to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yagyartat karmano nyatra loko yang karma bandhana. So there's an Advaitin school which teaches that, higher than doing fruitive activities, one should realize the all-pervading absolute truth, which is everywhere, in everything, in you and in me. And there's a oneness because it's beyond time and space, it's transcendental, and everything is made of that. Sarva kalvidam Brahma. This is actually from the Vedanta Sutra. It's an actual correct truth, that everything is Brahman. Now elsewhere in the Upanishads it's understood that there's three kinds of Brahman. There's Brahman, that the Prakriti or the field of material activities that we're living in is also Brahman. And then the living entities who are trying to enjoy that field of activities, they're also Brahman, but they shouldn't be trying to enjoy. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, is also Brahman, but he's the actual enjoyer. He's the actual controller. But some Advaitin commentators misunderstand because they haven't come to that higher realization of the personality of Godhead and devotional service, and they teach the philosophy that Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. How many of you have heard someone say that? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Quite a few of you. It means the absolute truth, impersonal Brahman, is real, it's true. And the universe is false. That's the philosophy. The universe is completely false. It's just an illusion. Well, if the universe were false, then it wouldn't matter what we did or how we behaved in our present situation in this universe or how we used it. Why would we have to do sacrifices? So these philosophers say, well, you have to perform proper sacrifices so you can be elevated to the mode of goodness. And they say even the devotional service of the Lord is meant for elevating you to the mode of goodness when you can finally understand that everything is Brahman, and then you can stop worshipping the Lord. Why would you worship the Lord when you understand that you are yourself the Lord? They say that, actually. This unscrupulous persons, Srila Prabhupada calls them. But this is the level of the realization, what they've understood. And Lord Chaitanya has appeared, among other things, to actually relieve us of this philosophy. Actually, Srila Prabhupada came to the Western countries to relieve the Western countries of impersonalism and voidism. This is in his pranam mantra that we all say when we pay obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. Nirvishesha shunyavadi paschatya deshatarine. So nirvishesha means without any distinction. Since everything is spirit, sarvakalvavidam Brahman, then these philosophers think there's no variety, there's no distinction to be made. For example, between the Supreme Brahman and us, I and thou, the Lord and his servant. And Shunyavadi means ultimately everything is meaningless, everything is void. If the universe is mithya, false, then some philosophers feel like extinction of the ego entirely, that is not even, when you give up all desires, then you can become nothing. Some philosophers say like that, and that's the goal. So Srila Prabhupada is Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha. Paschatya Desha means the Western countries. These countries are to the west of India, where he came. Tarine, delivering. So some people might think, well, these Advaitins, they're in India, right? And these Shunyavadis, the Buddhists, they're in the eastern part of Asia, and what does that have to do with the Western countries? But actually these ideas that ultimately the world is false are common ideas even among the materialists, like material scientists and so forth, that they don't even have the conception, at least the Advaitins have the conception that you should, follow Dharma and the real ones. I mean, there are some that don't, but that you should actually live a life of be self-controlled, and you should perform your sacrifices at least until you've come to the point of being in the renounced order and being ready to renounce all activities. But the materialists also feel, in fact, the demons in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, they also say that the world is unreal, that it has no cause other than lust, and they go trying to enjoy their senses. They think that's the end of life, to go try satisfying your senses, avoid pain, seek pleasure, however you can, whatever feels good, do it, whatever floats your boat. That's also a Nirvishesha Shunyavadi attitude, or it has its basis in that idea that the world is false. Now, the devotees say that the world is temporary, but it's not false. In other words, material things have a beginning and an end. That's what distinguishes them from spirit. And distinction between spirit and matter is an essential part of knowledge. It's in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 2nd chapter, Lord Krishna begins by talking about that distinction. But then he goes further and he talks about yoga, about now, what should we do? Understanding that distinction, what should we do? But if the world was itself false, then how could we use material things to perform sacrifices, right? Why would we offer something false to somebody? If I offer you a soap bubble and it disappears, what am I offering you? So we should be offering something real. The real fact is that material energy is one of Krishna's energies, and spiritual energy is also Krishna's energy. And his internal energy engages people in his devotional service, and his material energy covers their knowledge of their relationship as his servant and makes them think that they're the controller and enjoyer of material things made of material nature, including their own bodies. And that conception is false. That's illusion. The conception that the material things are here for my enjoyment, I control them, my activities produce the results that I can then enjoy, that is illusory. And the Bhagavad Gita teaches that real renunciation doesn't mean necessarily to change your activities, but it means to understand that everything comes from Krishna, everything belongs to Krishna, everyone belongs to Krishna, and everything should be done for Krishna's pleasure. Yat kuroshi, yat ashnashi, yat juhoshi dadasi, yat tapasyasi konteya, tat kurushva mad arpanam. Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer in sacrifice, whatever you give in charity, you should do it as an offering to me, Krishna says. So the Vedas teach these nice things. People should be charitable. People should... does someone have a Bhagavad Gita handy that I can just look at? I was just reading in the 18th chapter, which the 18th chapter Srila Prabhupada describes as the conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. So in the second chapter, Srila Prabhupada translates names the title, thank you. He names the title, the contents of the Gita summarized. And in the 18th chapter, he has the title, Conclusion, the Perfection of Renunciation. And Arjuna begins by asking him, what's the purpose of renunciation and the renounced order of life? And then Krishna says that giving up activities based on material desire is what great learned men call the renounced order of life. This is verse 2, sannyas, and giving up the results of the activities is what the wise call renunciation. Where was I just reading this? Maybe it's in the first verse. No. Well, anyway, I was just reading that the actual renunciation doesn't have to be by stopping one's actual behavior. For example, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna didn't ask Arjuna to give up his duties as a householder kshatriya. Instead, he said, your proposal to give up fighting the battle is actually renunciation, material renunciation in the mode of passion. Or, if you are renounced in the mode of goodness, you perform your duties, but you do them without a sense of proprietorship, without a sense that I am the cause of my results and I am the owner of the results. And Krishna actually had something for Arjuna to do. He wanted him to win the battle, help his brothers, and rule over a prosperous kingdom piously. And this was Krishna's desire. Thank you. We should keep the books elevated above our knees, at least. These are very sacred, holy books. Devotees, for example, sometimes advanced devotees, because of their spiritual bhav, they present the idea that they want to commit suicide. It's actually kind of ecstasy. Devotees should never commit suicide. Nobody should ever commit suicide. But Sanatana Goswami was going to Jagannath Puri, and he walked through the jungle and he drank some bad water, and he got a disease that made sores appear on his skin, and there were all these suppurating wounds, and he felt that his whole body was too offensive, that he might be walking in Jagannath Puri and some servant of the Lord might touch him and then become contaminated, and that would be an offense to Krishna and everything. And he went to Lord Chaitanya and he said, I want to give up my body. I want to throw myself under the wheels of the Rath Yatra cart and give up my body. And Lord Chaitanya said, you don't own your body, I own your body. I have things I still want you to do with this body. You have to do them. And we shouldn't understand when sometimes devotees in the mood of separation feel like giving up their bodies because they can't remain alive without Krishna's presence. This is some kind of high ecstasy. It's not really encouraging. Nobody should ever commit suicide. Actually, we have things we're supposed to do. We have to become purified. We have karma that we have to complete. And it would be a great offense to give. The human body is very rare to achieve. And especially to have a human body that's heard about Krishna consciousness, that's chanted Hare Krishna, to give that up is a great offense. So we should never do that. But the point is that sacrifice is to be performed. Sacrifice is recommended in the Vedas. What Narada Muni is telling Vyasadeva here is, but sacrifices aren't the all in all. Actually, sacrifices are painful. He's saying even beyond sacrifices, Self-realization isn't the all in all if it doesn't include the realization of Bhagavan, Achyuta, Ishvara. That's why we have to do sacrifices. It's not that we do sacrifices to come to the mode of goodness and then give them up. It's not that we do devotional service. Krishna never says anywhere in Bhagavad Gita that at some point you should give up devotional service. In fact, he says, Mang chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. That if you're engaged in devotional service without stopping, then you're already on the Brahma Bhuta platform. You're already above the three modes of nature. Why give that up? Sometimes Srila Prabhupada would mention that some sannyasis who belong to the Advaita school, they were recognized when you, in that school, in the school of Shankaracharya, when you take sannyas, then the sannyasis recognize you as good as Narayan. Namo Narayana, they say to each other, or to you people say to the sannyasi. Because he's a sannyasi, he's in the renounced order of life, therefore they equate him with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even if he's not yet purified. A sannyasa is one of the four ashramas in the Vedic system of Varna and Ashrama. It's meant for the purification. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the 18th chapter that acts of sacrifice, charity, and austerity should not be given up. That there's some great thinkers, sages, suggest that you can give them up, but others say not to. And then he says, my opinion is that they should not be given up, and they purify even great souls. So, what Narada Muni is really saying is, if even Brahman realization is incomplete, then how much more so have you failed in your duty to give a complete explanation of Vedic wisdom if you haven't exposed the glories of devotional service and the pastimes of Lord Krishna. But Lord Krishna had just recently been present on the earth. The Srimad Bhagavatam arose just after Lord Krishna's departure for the spiritual world, and it's as brilliant as the sun. And those who've lost their way due to the darkness of the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. So this is chapter 5. In the first canto, these first chapters are kind of a Mangalacharanam or an introduction. I mean, there's the first few verses are, but even in the first canto, the first chapters, glorify the Srimad Bhagavatam and how it was composed by Vyasadeva. But this is an important point that's making, that Krishna is recommending, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna recommends sacrifice. Because Arjuna asks in the beginning of chapter 3, first Krishna has told him about distinguishing the soul from the body, distinguishing spirit from matter, but then he said, now I'm going to teach you about yoga. And then in yoga, one should become free from raga and dvesha, free from attraction and repulsion of objects. By practicing regulative principles, one can actually become equipoised, that the meaning of yoga is to be samatvam, to be equally disposed in happiness and distress, in success and failure. So he's teaching all those things. So then Arjuna says, well, then why do you want me to fight the war? I told you I didn't want to fight the war. It's bad. It's got all kinds of bad qualities. Bad things will happen from the war. Why shouldn't I just, if I should be focused on the spiritual plane, why not just sit down and let them kill me? And then Krishna says, well, most people, they're not ready to just sit down and become false sannyasis. We don't need a bunch of imitation sannyasis who haven't really internally renounced. And he says, second of all, for those who really have internally renounced, even though they don't have any duties to perform, they perform their duties to guide people on the right path. Krishna wants the welfare of human beings. People should act for the welfare of human beings. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, even though he was in the renounced order of life, he encouraged his disciples to get married. Generally, a sannyasi shouldn't have anything to do with the marriage ceremony, but he didn't have any other kind of householder priests to get involved in the family life of his disciples, and they needed it. His disciples weren't ready to become sannyasis. In fact, he made some young sannyasis because he needed some, but generally a sannyasi is someone who's already through with fruitive activities, has been purified by practicing the duties of a householder. And the Vedic system is set up with all these duties, and the duties involve daily sacrifices and so forth. Now that Vedic system, the 4 varnas, 4 ashramas, and the practice of daily homa and all that things, it may be in our time and place and circumstance, it may be difficult to reestablish that. And the 6 Goswamis favored the Pancharatrika system of daily deity worship and of chanting Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya taught that in the age of Kali, the chanting of Hare Krishna fulfills everything and gives us love of Krishna, the highest thing. But that system is there, and Vedavyas explained that system because it is really the eternal workings of the universe and the way the world works. But Narada Muni criticized him and said, you haven't explained the most important thing. That bhakti is so important. That's what Krishna also teaches in Bhagavad Gita. Mayayava mana adatsva. Fix your mind on me, engage all your intelligence in me. And be completely absorbed in me. Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mang nimashkuru. Worship me, bow down to me. Think of me always. Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekang sharanang vraja. Just give up all other kind of religious activities, pious activities, fruit of conception, fruit of, just all other dharmas. If you follow this one dharma, surrender to me, I'm the supreme God, then I'll protect you. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to worry that I didn't properly supplicate Lord Indra or, some other demigod. You will be completely, if you water the root of the tree, all the leaves and branches are nourished. If you feed the stomach, your whole body is nourished. If you worship Krishna, that completely satisfies everything. And Narada Muni is pointing out the converse, that even if you do everything else right? There's another verse. Tyaktva swadharmang charanambujam harer bhajanna pakvo tapatettato yadi yatra kova bhadrama buddha mushikim kovarta apto abhajatang swadharmata. He says that if you give up your prescribed duties, as part of the Vedic system, everybody has prescribed duties. They have, to be a pious person, an ethical person, someone who does the right thing and doesn't do the wrong thing. You have to do what's prescribed for you according to your social position and your qualities in life. Not because of whose family you were born in, who your father and mother was, no. But because of your qualities and your ability to work in certain ways that are needed in society. You have to perform the duties according to that in every stage of your life. And but Narada Muni says if you give that up in order to chase after the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, even if you fall down without being successful, because in immaturity there's every chance that one's bad habits are so strong that they'll take you over again and you may forget for a while. He says, even if you fall down, you haven't lost anything at all. Right? If you honestly try to seek devotional service, and somehow or another, in your pursuit of devotional service, you feel you are required to give up your duties. Right? Like when I joined the temple, my parents expected me to go to college and get a good education and do all those things, but instead I said, no, I want to chant Hare Krishna. I want to live in a temple and wake up at 4 a.m. and chant my japa and go to Bhagavatam class and then go out all day and beg people to buy Prabhupada's books. So even if you give up your prescribed duties, because we have material duties and we have spiritual duties. And material duties are required for our family, our society, and so forth, right? Every good citizen in a democracy should educate themselves and vote in the election or whatever. These are material duties, right? And then we have duties that our spiritual master, our Sadguru, pure devotee spiritual master, Vaishnava spiritual master asks us to do, and those duties are more important. So in general, the spiritual master doesn't ask us to do anything that's unethical or impious, but sometimes there could be conflict. So he says, you haven't lost anything if you've given up all your duties to chase after the lotus feet of Hari, even if you don't succeed and you fall down in a state of immaturity. But, he says, even if you perform all your duties perfectly, and you do all the things required, which is inconceivable to us today, how someone could do all the things required by the Vedas, Puranas, and so forth that Vyasadeva has given us, because they were given, for people in a more elevated age than us, now, in the modern society, let's say. But even if you do all that, he says, what have you gained? If you haven't got devotional service to Krishna, Narada Muni's a fanatic, right? He's saying, that's the real thing. Similarly, Sutta Goswami says, Shrama eva hi kevalam, dharmasya hyapavargasya. Vishvakshena katasu yaha notpada yed yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam. So, that performing all your duties perfectly without getting the rati, the attraction to Krishna, is a waste of time, a waste of shrama, a useless labor. So sacrifices are required. And Krishna told Arjuna, in the beginning of creation, the Lord gave forth all kinds of sacrifices and said, be happy by these sacrifices. He set up a system. There's a system in the universe where the demigods, they're actually dependent on sacrifices that the humans are doing, actually. They're not just independent. They actually become concerned. Where's my sacrifices? Unless you're satisfying Krishna. And Devan Devayata Devad Te Devan Bhavayantu Vaha. Deva Bhavayatanin. Anyway, he said that there's this one hand washes the other. The Devas are pleased by the results of sacrifice, and then they give the necessities of life. The sunlight and the rain and the good soil and good health in your physical body. Where do we get our bodies from? We didn't create these things. We don't know how to create them. We can study, our medical science can get very, very advanced, but they still can't create a living body of even a simple living being. The demigods are necessary for all the activities. The superior beings are necessary. And this process of pleasing the demigods by sacrifice is meant for pleasing God ultimately. That it should be done in the mood of devotional service to Krishna. Yat kuroshi, yat ashnashi, yat juhoshi, tadasi yat. Whatever sacrifices you do, do it as an offering to me. But it may be prescribed that you're doing in a certain way. In fact, all the Vedic sacrifices are set up in such a way that people glorify Vishnu. Om Tad Vishnu Paramang Padang Sada Pashyanti Surayo. All the demigods are actually praying to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, like that. So, does this class go till 6 o'clock? 5:30. Well, maybe we'll take some reflections right now, and please, I encourage you. Yes, the microphone here.
Thank you, Vipji. With respect to the Bhagavad Gita verse that you quoted, so there Krishna is mentioning people who are completely on this side or on that side, like completely doing devotional service or completely on the material activities. But today, if we look at ourselves, we don't qualify for either of them because we do this and that. So what is the best thing for us? Because
well, okay, so if I think I understand your question, that we're not full-time, pure devotees, we have material responsibilities and we're taking care of that too. That's the verse I was looking for, the purport that I was looking for in the Bhagavad Gita, where Srila Prabhupada says that devotees are also going to offices and factories and doing their work, but they're actually sannyasis. Prabhupada says that. And I thought that was in the 18th chapter, but maybe, it might have been 3-4. Let me see if I have that. But I should directly answer your question, and then I'll look for that after. But the direct answer to the question is, yeah, we should aspire to do everything for Krishna. We don't have to stop. In fact, we are forbidden to stop, paying our taxes, paying our bills, caring for our children, getting them good education, caring for our wives, making sure they have comfortable, and the husband and wife should cooperate together to perform devotional service together and respect each other as devotees. What's that? 1810 is the verse I was looking for. Okay. So the answer to your question is, we can't stop our material activities. We should try to avoid doing anything that's contrary to devotional service, and we should see that our activities, our material activities, can be dovetailed in devotional service. And sometimes dovetailed is used in ISKCON in a way to mean, if you're doing what Krishna wants, that's devotional service, and then if you're doing what you want, like suppose you'd like to play rock and roll guitar music. So if you play rock and roll guitar music and you sing Hare Krishna with that, then you're dovetailing your own proclivities. But actually, what dovetail means, in carpentry there's a kind of a joint where there's a wedge-shaped, like a triangle-shaped thing that fits perfectly with another wedge-shaped thing on the other side. The dovetail means there's no space in between. Everything becomes seamless. So the idea is that your material activities can be pure devotional service. Krishna didn't want Arjuna to become a sannyasi. Not right away, at least. He wanted him to become a prince, to win the war and rule an unrivaled kingdom. And so you might think, well, but that's not devotional service. Yes, it is, if Arjuna is doing it. And you should aspire to become that kind of devotee that can fulfill your material duty. If you're a householder and your family aren't all devotees, your in-laws come over and they want to be taken to show sightseeing or different things like that, that's your duty. You have to keep them happy. You have to be friendly with them and keep them favorable. And that's actually a way of spreading Krishna consciousness, because they know you're a devotee. Imagine if you say, well, I'm a devotee, I don't want to spend any time with you non-devotees. The Rupa Goswami says we should give up a sangha. Then they'll just say, oh my God, what kind of man did my daughter marry? And they won't like Krishna consciousness, and they won't be favorably disposed to Krishna consciousness or anything. That's what we were like when I joined the Hare Krishna movement. We told our parents, you're demons! I don't want to have anything to do with you. You eat meat. Oh! And then they would respond, to put a little meat in our food without telling us. And actually, Jaggery, his mother, actually did that to her boys. She left them with her to care for them, and she snuck some meat into their food. And they said, They recognized it. What is this? You're feeding us meat. She said, oh, it's not going to kill you. Go and eat it. So they wouldn't. They were little kids, but they were smart enough. So that's the answer, is that we have to perform our duties, but do it for Krishna. Krishna wants you to do it, actually. It's not that Krishna wants you to give up your job. If your spiritual master tells you, okay now, like Srila Prabhupada told some disciples, like he told Harikesh Swami, okay, now I want you're my secretary, you're spending all your time with me, you're helping me, writing all my letters, doing everything I ask. Now I want you to go by yourself to Poland and start the Hare Krishna movement in Poland by yourself. I can send some brahmacharis over to help you or something like that. So, if you're capable of handling it, your spiritual master may give you some instruction like that. But, therefore, you should have a responsible spiritual master who knows what you're capable of and what kind of instruction will be appropriate. Srila Prabhupada he needed sannyasis to spread the movement, but he didn't let his disciples take sannyas, his married disciples take sannyas, unless their family situation was okay. He made them get their wives' approval and so forth. And sometimes they wanted to be sannyasis. Some people wanted to be sannyasis for the wrong reason. You become, your social position becomes much higher, that you're in a spiritual society, you're taking on this very renounced position and this very responsible service of preaching and living in a very austere way. But the saying goes, the monkeys are also sannyasis. They also live in the trees and don't wear any clothes, but yet they're not really. They have a girlfriend in the other tree, So you don't want to become that kind of renunciation. So that's what Krishna is telling Arjuna in the beginning of the 3rd chapter. He says that someone may restrain their senses from their objects, and be like a show bottle sannyasi. But within, if their mind is dwelling, then they're mityachara sa uchyate. They're called pretenders. So, Jai. Bali Mardan Prabhu.
I think you mentioned 2-3 good points. One is you mentioned about the yat karosi yadasnasi yajosi, whatever you do for Krishna. And also you pointed about the Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya and gave the example of the Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. And I remember there is Prabhupada one time told the 2 examples, I think many of the ISKCON devotees know, but the other one example is train example, the train. And those who do not know, I just want to repeat here that he said that Prabhupada says some villagers, they sent 3 men to go and find out how the train looks like, because the villagers have never seen a train. So they said that you go and see and tell us. So the 3 villagers, they came to a platform nearby city and they watched. So when they see the train, it was night. So when the train is approaching to the platform, it gives slightly pom sound. So one person left by the time. And then the second person saw that something body is coming. So, I saw the train, then he left. The third person waited until the train landed in the platform. So when the 3 person, they went back to the village, they asked, how does the train look like? The first one, train is just light and sound. And the second person said, yeah, it has light and sound, but it has little body from distance. And third person, no, I see a lot of samosas going on, people are eating, and they are coming down, and many things are going on, light and sound and all the things. So Prabhupada given, it's exactly like Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan.
Yeah, this is important that according to our tradition, Bhakti Vedanta tradition, and which is the fact, which is according to Bhagavad Gita, just realization of Krishna's impersonal feature is incomplete. Srila Prabhupada explains in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita that this is realization of Krishna's Sat feature. Krishna is Sat Chit Ananda, right? The absolute truth is Sat Chit Ananda. Spiritual world is Sat Chit Ananda. Spiritual is Sat Chit Ananda. Krishna is Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. This boggles the mind of some people. How could he be Sat Chit Ananda and also have a form, Vigraha, Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha? But that is explained in Brahma Samhita, Ishvarak Paramak Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha. So the train example is one example Srila Prabhupada gave. Another example is the mountain. The sun, the sun. But I was thinking that someone may walk up to the mountain and from far away, at first it just looks like a cloud or a discolored shape on the horizon or something like that. Then someone may walk further and closer and see, oh, wait a minute, there's buildings on it and there's, towns on it and everything, but then, and trees, individual trees and stuff, but then someone actually walks into the mountain and goes to the village, he can see, there's samosas and people having relationships and things like that. So realization of the Paramatma, which is the Supreme Lord as he sits in everyone's heart, but he doesn't participate actively in the world. He's the witness and he's the permitter. So he arranges everything so everybody can do all their activities simultaneously, but he himself doesn't assert his own desires, his own personality. He just smiles. He's self-satisfied. He doesn't have anything he has to do. He controls everything. So realization of Paramatma is realization of Krishna's feature, Sat, eternal feature, and Chit, all knowledge, right? But when Krishna actually develops a personal relationship as Bhagavan, that can only be understood through devotional service. It's Krishna makes the arrangement for his devotees to have a personal relationship with him where he tells you what he likes and what he doesn't like. He wants you to actually perform your duties in the world while you get purified. And then, maybe someday you'll travel the world with a staff and go preach to people and help publishing activities and different parts of the, more directly parts of the ISKCON mission. But you're still helping the ISKCON mission now. So someone said it was 1810, right? 9. 10. Oh, it's up there. Okay. I'll go for both. one never gets enough, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm in 17. That's not right. Perfection of renunciation. Verse number 9. Yeah, Jagarini is correct. I was thinking of 9. Karyam ityeva yat karma niyatang kriyaterjuna sangang kyaktva palang chaiva satyaga satviko mataha. So this is called renunciation in the mode of goodness. O Arjuna, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it ought to be done and renounces all material association and all attachment to the fruit, his renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. Purport: prescribed duties must be performed with this mentality. One should act without attachment for the result. He should be disassociated from the modes of work. A man working in Krishna consciousness in a factory... Oh no, 10 is right. No, neither one is neither one is the one I was looking for. A man working in Krishna consciousness in a factory does not associate himself with the work of the factory, nor with the workers of the factory. He simply works for Krishna. And when he gives up the result for Krishna, he is acting transcendentally. Let me see what 3.4 says. Somehow I'm suspecting the karma nama nadampa naishkarmyang purushoshnate nacha sanyasanadeva siddhing samadhi gacchati. No, that's not it either. I'm sorry. Huh? 1811? That's the mode of passion, isn't it? Okay, 1811. I'm sorry, I apologize. This must be... that's it. Nahi deha prita shakyam tyaktung karmanya sheshataha yastu karma palat tyagi sata tyag ityapadiyate. It is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities. Right? Try not breathing for 5 minutes. Try not thinking for 5 minutes. But he who renounces the fruits of action is called one who has truly renounced. Purport. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that one can never give up work at any time. Therefore, he who works for Krishna and does not enjoy the fruit of results, who offers everything to Krishna, is actually a renouncer. There are many members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness who work very hard in their office or in the factory or some other place, and whatever they earn, they give to the society. That's the hard part. Such highly elevated souls are actually sannyasis and are situated in the renounced order of life. It is clearly outlined here how to renounce the fruits of work and for what purpose fruits should be renounced. So this is the point, not just thinking that not doing anything, right? So Srila Prabhupada was mentioning in that purport, another purport in chapter 3, where Krishna says, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krit karyate hyavashakparta sarvak prakriti jayar gunahi. That nobody can stop acting, even for a minute, but he goes on to say that if one acts in devotional service, that activity then becomes perfect. So he says that it's better to begin by acting in regulation according to the rules of proper conduct, Vedic culture. And then one can curb the enemy, lust, and that can make one live a peaceful life where then one becomes purified enough to actually appreciate spiritual life, which is devotional service. So the goal is devotional service. So we have to keep our eye on the goal and understand what the goal is. And that's why Narada Muni was saying that this Srimad Bhagavatam is very essential. You may read other Puranas and they have stories about vratas, and if you do it, then, you'll get these rewards. But if you don't do it, well, this one lady did it and her husband died. Something like, didn't do it and her, it's like those things you get on the internet where someone says, send this to 10 people. And if somebody sent it to 10 people, then they got $1 million. But somebody didn't send it, and then their life was ruined. So, but I don't mean to, it's an offense to actually criticize the Vedas, and these are real Vedic stories, Puranic stories. I don't mean to denigrate them, but Narada Muni here is telling Vyasadeva there's something higher. And that's pure devotional service. And that's Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna, that Krishna had just been on the planet and made the whole planet auspicious. And now the Srimad Bhagavatam should arise to fill the gap that Krishna left after he disappeared. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Akunath Prabhu ki. So we'll have Artik now. Please keep the cushions on the side in 1 minute. Guys, get your madanga. Hare Krishna, Madhya. Good to see you. Huh? You can ask. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. So, yeah, let me talk to you. Anyway. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan Bhagavan ki Sriman Mahaprabhu ki Sri Sri Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki Shiva Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Kasobha Shiva Jaya Jaya Arati Kasobha Shiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Kasobha Shiva Jaya 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 Gaura Chande Arati Kasobha Janhavi Tata Bane Jagamana Lobha Jagamana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Gaurangera Aratika Shobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Gaurangera Aratika Shobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hiva Dakshina Nitai Chanda Bame Gadadhara. Nikate Advaita Srini Vasa Chhatradhara. কিবা বসি আছে গৌরা চান্দা রত্ন সিংহাসনে। আরতি করেন ব্রহ্মা আদি দেবগণে। কিব নর হরি আদি করি চামর দুলায়। করি চামর দুলায়। সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষ আদি গায়। বাসু ঘোষ আদি গায়। শিব শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে বাজে করতাল। শঙ্খ মধুরা মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসাল। শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে। গৌরাঙ্গের আরতিক শোভা জগ জন মন লোভা। হে গৌরাঙ্গের আরতিক শোভা জগ জন মন লোভা। জগ জন মন লোভা। হে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে। হে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্ট বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে।
हे मधुर 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 बाजे बोलो मधुर 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 बाजे निथाई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निथाई गौर हरि बोल निथाई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निथाई गौर हरि बोल बोल निथाई गौर हरि कोटि चंद्राजिनी वदन उज्ज्वला गलदेशे बनमाला करे झलमाला शिव शिव सुख नारद प्रेमे गद गद भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संपद नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय श्रीमते इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रिया भक्त वृंद
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, yes, good father. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, oh, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare oh. Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nithai Gaurango, Nithai Gaurango. Nithai Gaurango, Nithai Gaurango. Hey, Nithai Gaurango, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Hey, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Hey, Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Hey, Nadia Bihari, Sri Gaura Hari. Hey, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Bolo Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Hey, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Hey, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Hey, Gaura, 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 Gaura Hari. Hey, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vande Krishna Nanda Kumara. Vande Krishna Nanda Kumara. He Nanda Kumara Madana Gopala. He Nanda Kumara Madana Gopala. Hey Madana Gopala Mohana Rupa. Hey Madana Gopala Mohana Rupa. Hey Mohana Rupa, Mohana Rupa. Hey Mohana Rupa, Madana Mohana. Hey Mohana Rupa, Madana Mohana. Madana Mohana, Madana Mohana, मोहन मदन मोहन बोलो मदन 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 मोहन मदन मोहन जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे निथाय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निथाय गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की श्रीमन महाप्रभु की श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक श्री अष्टोत्तर शतवचनार्थ भक्ति वेदांत सब जगत प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय नित्यलीला प्रविष्ट अष्टोत्तर भक्ति सिद्धांत सरज गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवसति गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय वृंदावन धाम वर्षना धाम रावल धाम नंदग्राम गोकुल धाम गोपग्राम द्वारका धाम मथुरा धाम यशोदा माई नंद महाराज की जय जय श्री श्री वृंदावन धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र धाम की श्री नवदीप मायपुर धाम की गंगा माई जमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की हरिनाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की ISB ट्रांसडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की समवेत भक्त वृंद की ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री श्री गुरु एंड गौरांगा गौर प्रेमानंदे
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लाददायिने हिरण्याकाशीपूर्वक्षः शीलटङ्कानकालाये शीलटङ्कानकालाये तो नरसिंहा परतो नरसिंहो तो नरसिंहा परतो नरसिंहा यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा मही नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो अहे नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नरसिंहमादिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तानुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे करकम Savadrita Naraharirupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Naraharirupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jayo Narasingha De, Jayo Narasingha De, Jayo Narasingha De, Jayo Narasingha De. Jayo Narahari, Jayo Narahari, Jayo Narahari, Jayo Narahari. Jayo Lakshmi Narasingha, Jayo Ananta De, Jayo Lakshmi Narasingha, Jayo Ananta De. Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जय विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, शील प्रभुपाद की, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 Hare Hare. We welcome all of you to this wonderful Sunday Feast program at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. It's nice to see a good turnout. This afternoon, the discussion was led by His Grace Akrur Nath Prabhu, and he brought out a very nice verse from the 5th chapter of the 1st canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This chapter is titled Narada's Instructions to Vyasadeva on Srimad Bhagavatam. So the discussion was very nice, and Prabhu described the summary and the contents of this chapter along with detailed discussion on this particular verse. It also led into discussion on few verses from the Bhagavad Gita. The essence of the discussion today was that the prime goal or the essence of all Vedic scriptures, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam, it brings out the glories of the Lord and how the devotees relate to the Lord in the mood of devotion. So bhakti is the essence that is brought out in a very nice way in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is what Narada's instructions on to Vyasadeva is. That is what he missed in all earlier of his compositions, but that is covered elaborately in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we'd like to thank Akhtunath Prabhu for spending his afternoon with us. Let's give him a round of applause. Also thank Balimardhan Prabhu for leading a very enthusiastic, energetic kirtan. I was just thinking whenever Balimardhan Prabhu is leading the kirtan, we should turn on the volume a little bit down. Because his enthusiasm compensates for it, and it, we are in some kind of a different kind of a high during his kirtan. So thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And Sri Krishna Purushottam Prabhu for leading Narsim Dev prayers. I do see several new faces in our audience, so we'd like to welcome our newcomers. For them especially, but also open for everyone, is the opportunity to try mantra meditation session this evening. There's a booth set up outside, there's a tent set up outside, and if you walk in there, one of the volunteers will help you go through a mantra meditation session. So if you've never done this before, I highly encourage you to try it. I'm sure you'll find it very calming and peaceful, and you'll get something very beneficial out of it. So especially the newcomers, please consider giving it a try. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. We have one confirmed sponsor for tonight's feast. It's Gauranga's 7th birthday. Haribol. So Neha Mataji and Vikas Prabhu are sponsoring. So let's see. I already told your age. I shouldn't have, but anyway. So tell us, what do you like most at the temple?
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts? Oh, so you're part of the Sunday school, right? So what's the name of your class? Okay. Let's make it a multiple choice question. Damodar? Yes or no?
Yes.
No. It cannot be Damodar. It must be Gopinath, right? He must be part. Gopinath. Gopinath is the name of your class. Is that okay? All right. So tell us, what is your favorite activity at home? Do you like playing with your sister, or is it something else? Playing with toys?
Playing with my sister.
Playing with your sister, okay. He took the first option. Okay, anything else you'd like to share on your birthday? You're turning 7, right? So you're a big boy now. So you must have something to share. No? Okay, well, we'll just give all our wishes to little Gauranga, and may he grow up wonderfully in the association of devotees, and may he become a very nice devotee as he grows up. Is that okay? Okay, let's all say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. This is nice gift and Mangalarti sweets for you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So on coming Saturday, September 21st, we're going to celebrate a very special event here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. This is an annual event. It will be Vyas Puja celebrations for His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu. So I'm sure those of you who already know about it are very much looking forward to it. And those who are not aware yet, please mark your calendars and look forward to details that will come through in the email. Is that okay? Yes, we look forward to see you for this very special weekend coming Saturday on September 21st. Now let's announce the cooks for tonight's feast.
Hare Krishna. Today's prasadam was cooked by Ananda Mataji, Ankita Mataji, Divyanand Prabhu, Gopi Priya Mataji, Ramani Mataji, Rajarao Prabhu, Shama Bhakta Prabhu, and Shriram Prabhu. And today's cleaners were Hitesh Prabhu and Naveen Prabhu.
We'll have one last darshan of the Lordships at 7:30 during Shayan Arti. Now let's sing Prashadam prayers all together. Okay, I'll sing. Sharira Vidyajal Jod
Mahaprasade Govinde Namam Hamani Vaishnave Sapa Punya Vadam Rajan Vishvaswami Vajayate Prasade Sarva Dukkanam Manirasya Vajayate Prasanajita Soyasu Buddhi Parya Vasistate Prayapa Buddha Shaganta Sattvankara Kakita Udita Bhojina Dasa Stavamayam Bhagavad Shri Mahaprasade Ki Nitai Gaura Premanande. Please come take prasadam. Haribol.